Yo, what's going on people, and welcome back once again. As you can probably see, we're doing a Majid Jordan type beat, so if you like the sound of this, then you know what to do. Stick around, follow my Instagram that's going to be on the screen. Let's get straight into this video. So the first thing that you can probably notice when listening to their music, it's kind of like an 80s synth pop wave, but they've like made it modern and it's very unique. I've used like this Synth echoes on Analog Lab. As you can hear by the tone of the chords, the preset has like a saw wave on it, and that gives it like nice grittiness. As you notice by their music, they use a lot of LFOs, and that just like sweeps the low frequencies just to give it like the airiness and just like lo-fi kind of sound, and it just like goes in and out. So that's here. I've done that on the love filter. I changed the speed to be quite relatively fast. I didn't have a big reverb because there was already a delay on there, and I felt like that was making it already like spatial. And then as you can see here, I use a stereo shaper, and that's pretty much because I used the LFO and I just wanted to give it a little bit more width, make it stand out a little bit more. So next I wanted to give it a little bit more atmosphere, so I used like a layer sound. So first I used the Rhodes, as you can see here, and then I just used a pad to layer on the chords. And with the pad I just used the same chords, but I just made it a little bit higher. And the reason why I pitched them up is because I just wanted it to fit in the frequency range and just not be as muddy, and just let other instruments breathe. As usual, I put on the keys, just a chorus cassette, little bit of reverb, and just took out some highs and lows. I took out the highs because I wanted it as, again, more lo-fi, and I didn't want it to just be overcomplicated in the frequency range. And then after that, I just got the same pad, I reversed it and just chopped it up so it was on the right chord, so it was playing the same note. As you can see here, there's gaps from where the keys are stopping, and that's where the reverse is playing. I just wanted that more like a sweep, and then I just panned it and just did a side chain just to make it pulse and go to left to right. Same again, fitting into that nice pockets, just making space for everything to breathe. Next I added my own vocals that sound like this. So I put a quite heavy plate on it because I wanted to drown out the vocals, make it very lo-fi and just mumbled a little bit so you couldn't properly hear the word. And then a delay just to give it a nice aesthetic. So I cut at 1 and 2.5K, and because a lot of the instruments are playing from about 100 to 1K, so I didn't want that core of the vocal because it would just be too overpowering, and I wanted to have it this end so the vocals could cut through the whole sample. Then I got bits of the vocal and I sped it up, reversed it, and just made like a sweep FX sort of riser. And as you can hear on it, tons of delay because I just wanted it to be like a cool feeling and just to give that like high pitch, just ambience onto it. Next I just used this like texture from Splice, and it's just a weird, I don't really know what it is, but I just took out highs and lows and brought it a lot down. You can probably not really hear it. So next I wanted to use this pluck sound for like a bridge section, just to break everything down, take some things out, just to give it a little different vibe and just to slow the beat down. And same again, sort of fitting into that synth wave type of feel. So with this pluck, I tried to bring the tack up so it wasn't as hard, but it was losing the core of like the synth. So I just wanted to drown it out in quite a lot of reverb. And then for the breakdown, I wanted to give it like a nice synth lead and grittiness to it, just to make it very that synth wave and just as a breakdown. So I added this lead and a synth together. So I used that as like a build up, and it slows the drums down, and then you'll see it just gradually goes back in. Then just took out some highs and give it that low-fi feeling, so I took out some highs. And then again, I wanted to have another synth on it. I felt like it was just missing something from like the intro, and just to give it a different variety throughout the beat. And then again, I used another LFO, but I made it very more faster, just give it that weird modularized effect. So before I did the drums, I just wanted to get that rhythm, so I did the bass. It sounds like this. And as I said earlier, I want some space, so I cut out a lot of highs, just give that grittiness, and I just wanted the sub and the bass of it. I just cut out a little bit here. That was for the kick, you'll see. So starting on the drums, I used this clap and I pitched it down, and as you can see, you can't really see here, but I've just took the time up so it stretched longer, just give it that more sustain. It just sounded better. It was too quick otherwise. And all I did on that was just put a reverb and just took out a little bit in the 1/600, and that was just to take out more of that slap, and just was a bit too much. Then I nailed it with a different clap at different parts as just like a break. Casual hi-hat. Quite a heavy bass kick. And as I said, that's why I needed to just take a little bit out of the bass, because that kick was very bassy and it just needed to cut through a little bit. Then I added just a perk and shaker. And all I did with them was just pan them left to right. Then I found this bell sound that sounded cool and very like synth-esque, and it went nice with the synth that I added. And I just added a little bit of delay on that. Then for the intro, I just wanted to make it a nice breakdown and just like an intro into the whole core of the beat. So I added these percussions that sound like this. And that just went perfectly with the guitar, as it had like a bounce to it. So this is the whole beat all together. So yeah, if you like that, then you know what to do. Comment down below anything you want to see. Subscribe. Follow my Instagram that's going to be on the screen. And I'll see you in the next one, people. Peace out.